Namaste and welcome to the practice of Uddiyana Bandha Kriya. So this practice is maybe new for you and we will build it up very slowly so it's accessible for every beginner for this practice. We have 3 bandhas that we use in our yoga practice and maybe you heard of them. It is Mula Bandha, which is connected to the pelvic floor. Then we have Uddiyana Bandha, which is more in the center of the body, just around the midriff above the navel. And there's Jalanara Bandha, which is the lock here at the chin. So these bandhas, we call them energy locks, and we use them in our practice also to give stability in our practice. Uddiyana Bandha is related to the fire in the body and is a lot related to the core. And you might slightly use it already in your yoga practice when the teacher is telling you to engage your core, for example. So today we will do a little exploration to go towards the full Uddiyana Bandha Kriya practice. And it's a Kriya. It's an exercise of cleansing, an exercise of detoxification. And for that we work with the abdomen, or as I would refer to most likely, the belly. And also, all our bellies are different, but we today have to go and have a look at our belly a lot of times. And just acknowledge your belly as it is. We're gonna fully surrender it. And that is super nice to make it soft and flexible. And there will be times that we do full retentions and suck everything up, in and up. Yes? And with this, we're gonna work with the abdominal region, with the belly, to do eventually this Kriya and this cleansing technique. Before we go there, we will go very slowly into the practice. We start with a breathing exercise. So for that, I would like you to sit comfortable. If you're very comfortable in a cross-legged position, maybe wiggle your legs a little bit and then come back to your cross-legged position. If you're not so comfortable in cross-legged like me, then you might want to go and sit on a few blocks, which will engage everything around your hips, but also you can relax here easier and the spine will come to its natural curve. And then it's easier for the belly to fully surrender or to do the full retention. This we all do on our breath. So let's start with finding the comfortable position. You might want to wiggle a little bit to left and right or back and forward to feel both of your sitting bones and to find eventually your center where you can place all the weight on the sitting bones so the weight can go towards the earth. If you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. If you feel there's some tension in your shoulders, just softly roll them back. Maybe move your head a little bit so it can find its center as well. And have your hands resting in your lap. And from here, start to connect to your breath. Just inviting the in and exhalations through the nose. And let the breath flow as it likes to flow while you arrive in your practice. Now, when today is a day for you that you're on your moon, then take this practice very easy, very gentle, and don't go to the full retentions we will do. When you are pregnant, you can follow the class, but please don't push too much the belly out or go for full retentions. Just breathe normally when we do the things, or relax when you feel like relaxing. Now start to invite the breath in while you place your hands around the navel area. So not so low on the abdomen, but more the navel area. And start to invite the breath in through the nose. And the belly pops out and the navel comes out. And on your exhale, you feel how the belly draws in and the navel goes towards your spine. We're gonna do this with sound, inhaling through the nose, exhaling with a going on your own pace, inhaling, navel comes out, exhaling, navel draws towards the spine. A few more times, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth with the sound. Feel how the navel is going towards the spine. One more time. And now after the exhalation, you're gonna hold your breath. Hold your breath. Feel how you can suck in the whole belly. How you can draw the navel towards the spine and the whole abdomen. You want to bring them underneath your ribs. Then release the belly and inhale again. Just a normal inhale and a gentle exhale. And we do this one more time. Inhaling, the navel comes out, the belly blows up. Exhaling, draw the navel to the spine. When you exhaled everything with the sound, then hold. Hold everything in and suck it up underneath the rib cage. When you had enough, release and surrender the belly, make it soft, and then inhale through the nose again. Beautiful. One more time, inhaling, exhaling, retention. Suck it in, hold, release, surrender the belly, and then inhale again. Beautiful. Letting go of all your efforts. And know that every effort you're making is good. This is not an easy practice, but we will go through it in stages and you will get there. Now just let the belly and the body breathe as it likes to breathe for this moment. And it will become easier when we have different positions. Just understanding how the breath is working with the retention as well. If you feel that you get like cramped up in the body, or getting anxious of holding the breath, you just do it a little bit shorter than I'm directing you. So from here, let's pick up our normal breath and bring the arms up on the inhalation. Exhaling, gently twist to your right. Rising up with your inhale again. Gently coming to your left on the exhale. Bringing the arms up on the inhalation. And then you come off your blocks and you come to all fours position. So all fours position where your hands and your wrists are underneath your shoulders. And if the wrists don't really like that, you just place them a tiny step forward so the angle of the wrist is not so much compressed, or a little bit wider if this gives you nice stability, or even blocks underneath because you're going to push a little bit in these hands, so you need to be comfortable. Your knees are underneath your pelvis, yes, and I will show my belly a little bit more to make a little bit of space for the practice. So we start with simple cat-cows, yes? So on your inhale, bringing the sitting bones up to the ceiling, opening the front line of the body and looking gently up. Exhaling, now rippling the spine, make it round and draw the navel into the ceiling as well. Inhaling, opening the front of the body, but release the belly, make it soft. Exhaling, drawing everything in. Navel to the spine, chin to the chest. Inhaling, opening. Now get the sound with it. Exhale. Inhale, open. Let the belly be soft. And exhale with the sound. Now one more time, inhaling, opening, and after a full exhalation, you keep the retention. Hold it in, suck the whole belly region in, and push into your hands. Then release the belly, make it soft, and then inhale again. Doing that one more time. Exhaling. Retain the breath. Suck everything up underneath the rib cage. And as soon as you feel it's enough, then you release the belly first. Let it come to the earth. And then the body follows on your inhalation. One more. Exhaling. Sucking it all in. Pressing into your hands. Releasing the belly, make it soft, and inhale. Beautiful. On your exhalation, make some space in between the knees and come to a relaxed child position. Let the belly be soft. Just rest in this pose. You might notice that the heat was stoked up, that you feel a little bit more warm. And come back to your breathing, relaxing your nervous system. You can bring some cooling breath through yourself to inhale through a straw and exhaling through your nose. When the next breath is arising, you rise up, back to the all fours. And then from there, curling your toes under and coming to downward facing dog. You might notice already that now your core is quite activated already after these breathing exercises and retentions. So when we do downward facing dog, we use our Uddiyana Bandha lightly, yes? You draw the navel a little bit in to give yourself stability, but also it's the center point where you will hold the energy you're creating that's coming from the hands of the earth into your body, towards your sitting bones, up to the sky, and down again to the heels in the floor. Now, if this is your first downward facing dog and you feel some tension, then simply walk it out. Let your pelvis go from left to right, and you might feel already a little bit of shift in your abdominal area. There's really the focus here today on the abdomen and the belly. And then coming back to more stillness in your downward facing dog and draw the navel in for stability. So you have a light Uddiyana Bandha now to bring stability to your downward facing dog, and it becomes easier to be here, but still breathe. Don't hold your breath, please. Now from here, looking forwards, and then walking, jumping, stepping your feet towards your hands, taking an inhale, coming halfway lift, elongating your spine. Exhale, release. Bending the knees softly, and on an inhalation, rise up fully. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Beautiful. Give yourself a moment here to ground yourself. Coming fully to your breath. I'm gonna use the exercises we did till now into a sun salutation and in the downward facing dog. When we go upside down, it's very easy to release that belly eventually all the way to the earth. So going into our Surya Namaskara, but a little bit modified for this practice. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, come to the earth. Inhaling, halfway lift, elongate the spine. Exhale, placing the hands in the mat and step or jump to a plank. From there, bringing your knees to the mat. Come to Chaturanga with or without knees and slide yourself on the inhalation to a cobra. Exhaling, curling the toes, stepping back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Find your stable position, making sure that you spread your fingers, that you push yourself away like we did in the cat-cow from the floor. Then we're gonna do the same exercise as in cat-cow. So we're inhaling through the nose, then we exhale with the heart where we bring the navel towards the spine, and then we hold. And then eventually you first release the belly when it's enough, and then you inhale again. So let's do together. Make sure you're stable here for yourself. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling. Draw the navel to the spine and then suck everything in. Hold. Release the belly and inhale. Exhale. Suck everything in. Maybe you look now at your belly and let it flop out and then inhale. One more. If this is too much, you go to your knees. Inhale. Release and inhale again, coming back to child pose. Rest for a moment. Let the belly be soft. Pick up your own breath. If you fire, you can feel it in the body. You get a lot of heat from this practice, and that is what it's doing also. Then use the cooling breath a little bit, like inhaling through the lips, like you have a straw, exhaling through the nose. You feel the cold that is coming when you inhale through that straw. The watery sensations in the mouth, the coolness it brings, balancing your fire, so you can go for the next part of our practice. When the inhalation is arising again, we're coming back to all fours. Bringing the knees underneath the hips again, curling your toes in, pressing into your hands, but now bringing your buttocks towards your heels, and then only the knees off the mat. Just push, push, push here, and then eventually come to your downward facing dog. Looking forward, inhaling the right leg forward, in between your hands. Let the knee come down, and on your inhalation, rise. Exhaling, coming back to the mat. Placing the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Swapping sides, inhaling left foot forward, let the knee come down. And then inhaling, rise, pressing into your feet in the front. Exhaling. Placing the hands, stepping forward. Lifting halfway up on the inhalation, elongate your spine. Exhale here. Now when you inhale here, you can do the same. Inhaling, exhaling. Draw the navel to the spine, suck the belly in, hold your breath. Elongate the spine and feel how this is affecting your posture. Then let the belly become soft and inhale, rise. Exhale back to the heart. Beautiful. So I hope you're still with me. We're going through it gradually, but now we're coming to the full practice of Uddiyana Bandha Kriya. Yes, and as I said already, this practice is this practice is contraindicated for when you are in the midst of your menstruation cycle, but especially when you have just had things like abdominal surgery or you're pregnant at the moment. And we don't want to put so much pressure and tension on it when we fill the belly up, but also especially the full retention is contraindicated. So please then take this practice slow. Now you can use the wall for this to rest yourself against the wall if a stand like this is not comfortable for you. And I have to be honest, when I was learning this, I was using my buttocks against a wall or even sitting because my wrists don't actually like what I'm doing now. Officially, you have to place your hands here. Doesn't work for my shoulders, so I place them here. And this is the stand where it's easy, you see, to let the belly fully flop out. So try that first for yourself. And maybe you don't like what you see, but know that it's just the ego and the mind telling you it's your belly and it is beautiful in whatever shape or form it comes. Yes? So let it be fully out and hang so the weight can go towards the earth. So it's fully relaxed. That's a good start for this practice. Now I will show you one more time and then we're gonna do it together. So the practice comes like this. So it's the same we've been doing, sitting, cat-cow, in our downward facing dog as well. And I actually like to do it with a little bit more force for the exhalation. And then it becomes like this. And for me, it's really helpful so I can expel all the air in the movement that is done. So it's inhaling. And relax. So either way, you can try with me. It is for me very hard to speak and do the practice with you together. So I'm gonna speak now while you're gonna do the practice, yes? And I will move a little bit with you, but go on my voice so you can concentrate what is happening and what your actions are. So we can start in this first position with placing your hands somewhere, making sure that your spine is elongated and that you're not locking this bandha too much, so maybe some tension might come up here, or looking too much up, so there's too much tension and stretch in this way and you cannot breathe. So having the part of the spine going towards the head in length with everything that is going towards the earth. Now, I'm a bit slippery here. Placing your hands where they're comfortable, like you want to come and sit but have a good wide stand, yes? So then we first start with a simple inhale, popping the navel out, exhaling with the ha, bringing the navel in. Do that 2 more times. Inhaling, navel comes out. Exhaling, bring the navel towards the spine. One more, inhaling. exhaling, drawing the navel in. And then go into that full retention. Sucking everything in the belly that you can find underneath the ribs. And just give it a good try. Yes? When it's enough, release the belly. And inhale again. And come back up standing. If you notice now that this position is not comfortable for you, then you can always go and make sure that you can rest yourself somewhere, yes? If this is easier, or with the bum on a chair, please do, yes? You just take it into stages. Now going for the full Kriya, the full exercise, which I show you where we inhale, then with a forceful exhale, we're going down to the earth, expelling all the air you can find. And then coming back, you do the full retention and draw everything in and up in the abdomen. And then hold. There's no breath left, so it's actually not even holding the breath. You're like a vacuum. You're sucking everything in. And then you hold that as long as you think it is still okay and comfortable. Don't force too much. And before you release first the belly. And then there's space for the breath to come into the belly. If we don't release the belly and try to breathe in, then there's no space here to expand. Yes? So let's try together. Take a good wide stand, or maybe you're against a wall on a chair. You can still do the same and come forcefully down. So let's take an inhale. And come back. Now I'm gonna direct you through it with my voice. You gave it a good try. Now, having your stance, inhaling the arms up, exhaling forcefully with sound. Coming up, placing your hands and do the retention. Suck everything in. Release the belly and then inhale through the nose. And come back. We're gonna do this one more time, and when you're comfortable in the end, when you release the belly and make it soft, and then the inhale is coming in, you're actually welcome to do another kumbhaka, as we call it, another retention, but now with a full belly, yes? So we did a kumbhaka retention with everything sucked in, with all the air out, but we can also do this kumbhaka retention when all the air is in the body. If you feel like holding it there for a few moments, then please do, or otherwise you come back to standing, yes? So here we go, one more time together. On the inhale, rise up, inhale through the nose, exhaling with the sound. Retain. Release your belly, inhale, and you're welcome to hold this inhale. And exhale, release. Now give yourself a moment. If you feel dizzy, then find some support by the wall or the chair, or coming lower to the mat to sit. Otherwise, stand on your mat. If you're okay with it, you can have your eyes closed and take a moment to feel the practice. We've been stoking the fire, the digestive fire, but also connected to your Manipura chakra, your willpower, your stamina, your core of your being. Just breathe, and if the heat is too much, then you can breathe through the straw, little round in your lips. Out through the nose. Feeling the sensations in the body, feeling how the energy is flowing and circulating. We're going to close up with a small round of sun salutation to come back to our mat towards Savasana. So for that, when the inhale is there, rise up. Exhaling, finding the earth. Inhaling, coming halfway, lift, elongating your spine. Exhale, let your hands find the mat, either jump or step back. Chaturanga. Inhaling, cobra or up dog. Exhaling, coming to your downward facing dog. Just feel the effect of the practice here in your down dog. Maybe now it becomes very easy for you to do a little bit of drawing in the navel through the spine, but without holding the breath in your practice. This holding is only when we really do Uddiyana Bandha active practice. But when we use Uddiyana Bandha like here and downward facing dog, we still breathe, yes? We still breathe underneath the log. And then simply on your exhale, bring your knees down to the mat. Come to child pose. If there's still a lot of heat in the body and being fully towards the earth is not nice for you, you can bring your elbows underneath your chin, rest your head. Or rest your forehead on your arms to have a little bit of space and not so much heat around you. Let the belly here be soft. So with every inhale, the navel can pop out, but with every exhale, the belly stays soft. You might still feel activation in your Manipura chakra, activation in the abdominal region. Been stoking the fire up. Now your next inhale, just raising up out of your mat. So this was Uddiyana Bandha practice, which is a practice of purifying and cleaning. Yes, what we call a Kriya in yoga, a cleansing practice. And I'm happy you gave it a good go. And for all these efforts you made, now it's time to rest. Yes, so you find yourself back on your mat. Find a resting position where I would even say Savasana doesn't always have to be on your back. I'm actually gonna take it on my belly, which might be nice after all this work to connect the belly fully towards the earth and take my Savasana like this. But I leave it for you where you want to go and how you can rest for yourself, and if you need any props for your final relaxation. Wherever you are now with yourself, make sure that the belly can be soft and the breath can flow freely. If there's space, you can place a hand on your heart, because the fire eventually rises from Manipura chakra to Anahata chakra to the heart center. connecting these both centers together. And when you're like me in the floor, that you can feel those two centers in connection with the earth, how the pressure is built up on the inhalations and how these two centers are moving underneath your breath. Inhaling, giving the expansion of the belly and the heart space. Exhaling, relaxing it. Let the body melt towards the earth. Release the face of all the efforts. And staying as long in your final relaxation as you feel like doing. You deserve this after all the effort you made. But also the body and the mind need to rest and restore after this cleansing practice, this purification. Don't be surprised if thoughts are coming up you haven't had for a long time, or other things that might arise like emotions. We made space by purifying body and mind through Uddiyana Bandha practice. You can stay as long as you like in the position you are, or change your position for your final relaxation. And I'd like to thank you for practicing Uddiyana Bandha together, for all the efforts you're made. Well done. Namaste.